Hi again, everyone. I am the Cantankerous Collector. This is episode number 105. My eBay store is Death by Buffalo. Death by Buffalo. I sell a lot of comic book related and pop culture stuff, so check it out when you get a chance. So today is September 22nd. Happy birthday to Joan Jett, Debbie Boone, Scott Baio, former Eagles great Harold Carmichael, Tony Basil, and former Portland Trailblazer Gary Trent Sr. So I have a shipment that just came in from China. I have the RJ Macready 1/6 scale figure from the 1982 John Carpenter movie The Thing. This was produced by Mondo, and I ordered it almost a year ago. And it just came in, actually a little sooner than I thought it was going to come in. But this is something I've wanted for a long time. I enjoy the movie The Thing. It's a great science fiction horror movie, and to get a 1/6 scale figure of Kurt Russell as RJ Macready is real boss. So let's check it out. Rest in peace, Tito Jackson. I saw Tito and his brothers back in 1984 in concert at the old Rich Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, home of the Buffalo Bills. 18th row, baby. Now, this figure, when it was first solicited a year ago, there were some concerns about it. The jacket he wears is that synthetic leather. And if you watched my DC Direct Batman statue episode, I hate synthetic leather because it doesn't last. It starts flaking and peeling away. And I was hesitant to order this because of that reason, because I guarantee you this jacket will not last. It's just not going to last. It also hung kind of flat on the figure. But what sold me was the likeness. The likeness of Kurt Russell. This was back when he was quite hairy. Decades before he witnessed the Phoenix Lights. And it was a really good sculpt. It wasn't perfect, but I thought it was good enough to order. And I like anybody else who bought this, paid a mini fortune for this. So here's hoping that it's what we wanted. Wow, look at this. Shiny. Very shiny packaging. It's got like a mylar sleeve. Complete black on the sides and the back. Ooh, look at this. Nice. The Thing. It's a really cool movie. It's based on the old story. Was it Who Goes There? Ooh. Whoa. Some pop-up art here. Wow. They went all out in this packaging. I don't know if we're getting a good shot of that or not. But we've got a bunch of crazy flesh and organs and bone metamorphosizing here. And I can see Kurt in there. So let's open this up. Here's what it looks like all packed up. So this comes with a lot of extra stuff. It comes with 2 heads and 3 sets of hands and a base that is just kind of a plain stand that has a round plastic base and I believe a metal post that you could lean him on or stick in his crotch. Wow, this is pretty involved here. It's kind of nice. It's a nice packaging job. They package this really neat. Okay, we've got Macready's flamethrower that straps onto his back. Here's the post that goes into the base. We'll deal with that later. And then we've got the aliens. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So this is the Norris spider thing. The special effects in the movie were done by Rob Bottin. He did an amazing job metamorphosizing these creatures from alien to animal to human and back and forth. That's a real nice sculpt and a real nice paint job too. That's pretty freaky looking. So this was before CGI took over. They sculpted and molded physical props, which to me is it's always a treat to see stuff like this. So much more so than watching something with CGI effects. That stuff is great. Oh, this is really cool. Wow. Oh, wow. This is the dog. Oh, wow. This is really cool. The dog here was done by Stan Winston Studios. It's a bloody mess. The biggest draw in this set to me was the Kurt Russell skull, but these creature pieces are a real hoot. These are really cool. All right, so far, so good. Yeah, boy. Got myself a RJ Macready. Yeah, boy. All right. When we played tag in grade school, you wanted to be it. But chasing boys was just a fad. You crossed your heart, you quit. Shh. We grew up traded. You promised for my ring. They're just like back grade school, doing the same old thing. Stop the love you say may be your own. Darling, take it slow. One day you'll be all alone. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh. So we got a flame blast from his flamethrower. Gonna shove it in here. All right. The two extra set of hands are here. He's got a pistol and a shotgun. He's got his gloves, his big black gloves that he uses. Keep his fingers warm. And now the reveal of Kurt Russell, Witness of Phoenix Lights, as R.J. Macready. All right, the jacket. I mean, it's hard to do these. I mean, there's companies that have done a pretty good job of this stuff, but this one doesn't seem to fit very well. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if something I may be able to replace. Let's look at the face. Now, the face is why I bought it. You never know what you're going to get with these. You really don't. The hair doesn't have like highlights in it, and maybe that's an issue. God, it's just the hair is so black. Let me look at the other head. The other head, I think, is got some snow. It's when he's out in the snow, so his hair's kind of frosted. Wow, not much. My lighting sucks, but his beard is frosted. I think this is definitely the one to use to pose him with, because his hair just looks better. This is too dark. I think they should have highlighted it some. I mean, his hair looks like. I mean, from here it almost looks jet black. Also, I don't know how the jacket doesn't look like it. The neck part with the fur. I don't know. Is that going to stay down? His green pants here look really good. They're like a dark olive green. In the film, of course, sometimes they look much brighter green, but that's all about lighting, and each scene is lit differently, and you get a lot of color changes, and you end up with Han Solo's blue coat. Now he doesn't have his blue hoodie that he wore underneath this, and I remember that kind of being an issue. I don't know if it may have made the jacket too puffy, but they probably could have just did the top part of the blue and sewed that in or something. But it's not the worst thing. But I think the weakest part of this figure is the jacket, and that's because it just doesn't. It's real stiff, and it could be a little longer. It goes to his waist, but just barely. Cool. The zipper's little, which is cool. Usually the zippers are huge. They look really out of proportion with the, with the figures. I don't hate this figure. I thought I was going to hate it. I was afraid I was going to hate it. So he's got a green jumpsuit underneath, that he wears underneath the jacket. It's a one piece with the tan belt and the holster. Um, and he's got hard plastic boots. These are real hard plastic. This figure is pretty stiff. I mean, he's not real posable, especially with the clothes he's wearing. It's just you're not going to get a ton of poses from this guy. And I mean, that's okay with me in the sense that, he stood around a lot in the film. It's not like he performed calisthenics in the movie and scored a 10 on the balance beam. I mean, he's as stiff as Al Gore in a blizzard, I mean, which kind of fits the whole theme here. I don't like the I don't like the jacket. I'm not a fan of the jacket, but that was kind of I knew that coming into this when I ordered it. I ordered it because of the likeness, and I thought it was a decent sculpt. So that's good. That's good. That makes me happy. Yeah, I'm good with his head. I'm good with his head. I think it looks good. I think it's a good paint job and it looks good. Yeah, the only issue is the jacket, and there may be other options out there. And it's really hard to keep his fur around his collar down. I'm trying to think on the movie if he wore the collar up at the end or whatever. But then again, at the end, he had the blue hoodie on. So I mean, to make a perfect figure, right out of the specific scene, I don't know if you're going to get that. The flamethrower was a real pain in the ass to get on because it's got tiny little hooks where you hook the strap to the apparatus. I'm sitting there fumbling it with my hands. My fingers haven't gotten this much of a workout since your mom paid her last visit. The problem with this piece of flame is that it's too heavy. It's solid plastic, and when you insert it into the flamethrower, his arms aren't strong enough to hold it, and so it starts sagging. You can see how it's starting to kind of point downward. And there's got to be another option for something like this. I imagine there's some type of lighter flame that somebody's created that you could use for something like this. Nothing stays on real tight. I mean, his, it's it's pretty loose. Let's see if the hands are a little better. Yeah, not really. His head moves down, but doesn't really move up. So he can take a pee. Well, if his hand doesn't fall off, he can take a pee really good, but he can't look at the stars. Yeah, I'm okay with the heads. With my magnifying glasses on, I can. Oh yeah, I got to start using these more, especially when I do a review, because I can see it. Like I can see Wonder Woman's boobs. Like right, holy shit. Anyways, um, yeah, these glasses are a good idea, especially in this light. Yeah, these heads look really good. I'm sorry, but the beginning of the video, my lighting was isn't that very good, and I wasn't seeing as much detail. And these look really good. So I'm glad I got this. I'll see what I can do about the jacket. All right, well, I'm glad I got this. It's better than I thought it was going to be. It really is. Other than the jacket. Thanks for watching, and hey, we'll see you soon.